But the hate for one guy because he loves this country so much.
He loves the country.
Bullshit. He does.
God, you're a fool.
How am I a fool? How am I a fool? You have Trump derangement syndrome. You just hate him. You just hate the guy.
You are taken in by a con man.
No, I'm not. I guess
he
what?
loves
I'm
the
not
country.
a Republican.
Trump loves the country.
You damn right he does. He's been saying it since the 80s, 90s on Letterman and all these shows.
He's a guy on September 11th who went down, said he was down there. He wasn't. He's a guy who called in on a radio. He said, now I got the tallest building in Lower Manhattan. He's a guy who lied about Muslims cheering it in New Jersey from Jersey City. He is a con man. He is a liar.
Yes, at the end of this video, you will clearly see Patrick Bet-David is doing a lot of work trying to dismantle these woke people. This guy came on this podcast trying to say some ridiculous thing. He was shut down. I enjoyed the video. I didn't believe that this man can say this. At a certain point, I was not a person who support Patrick Bet-David, but when I look at his recent views on things, how he look at many of these issues, I can't say, oh.
You lose credibility when you say 2,977 people died is less of an event than one person dying on J6.
That's not.
When you say that, you've already.
That's not. You're manipulating what I said, twisting it. What I said was January 6th was a more severe attack on the United States. September 11th had more casualties. There's a difference.
How do you measure work?
When you look through this man's eyes, you can see the hatred he has toward Trump. TDS is actually something I used to think as a joke. You can see it clearly. It actually affects this demographic of people, which I've seen recently. I didn't want to react on this video, but when I saw this man, the way he's taking on things, if care is not taken, if they allow this man to be in a rally where Trump is, he can do something.
First, there's got to be data. You said you're a data guy. Data says one event, we lost nearly 3,000 people. One event, we lost one.
We lost.
The average person, they're going to say, of course, 3,000 is going to be worse
because
than
I
one.
guess I'm counting the 600,000 that died in the American Civil War. And I'm counting the 405,000 that died in the Second World War. And I'm counting the 50,000 that died in the Korean War. And I'm counting the 58,000 that died in the Vietnam War. And I'm counting the acts of sacrifice that go back to 1776 that were desecrated on that day, incited by a single man who assaulted the Constitution of the United States. We were attacked by a foreign enemy on September 11th of 2001. The casualties were horrendous, as they were on December 7th of 1941. But the attack on January 6th was more severe also than the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Well, some would call it attack, but from the videos that we saw, Steve, from Twitter and just undercover cameras, it didn't look like an attack. If somebody
what are you talking about?
I'm just talking about all the videos that we've seen, the undercover.
What do you mean all the videos?
All the videos on Twitter.
Well, all the videos on Twitter?
Yeah, hold on.
Are you guys going to really sit here and tell me that the attack on January 6th didn't happen? That the violence, the bludgeoning of the police officers didn't happen because of some bullshit on Twitter. Here we go.
Yes, this guy's brain is broken. I've seen a lot of videos, even Tucker Carlson released them. We saw what happened. You know, in a group of people, there might be things like there are some people that can go extra mile, and you will see some bad actors in between them. I believe that is what I saw. But the level at which this man is taking this, comparing to 9/11, this and that, it is concerning. He actually portrays just what he has towards Trump. That is the truth. It's like he cannot just sit eye to eye with this man. It is concerning to see him still struggling to pass out this message. And I love PBD They are coordinated. They understand exactly why he is doing this.
First of all, you comparing...
It's not an opinion.
Hold on.
It's not an opinion. It's a bullshit conspiracy.
All right, time out. I'm not only a fucking New Yorker, I'm a veteran. For you, time out.
Yeah.
My sister's a veteran. My brother's a veteran. He's a veteran. For you to listen to me. For you to say that January 6th compared to 9/11 that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Hold on. Let me finish. Number one, it wasn't an attack. It looked like a guided tour. Okay? That's what it...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Not.
Are you? Yeah, you ain't right. I am. It was a guided tour.
A guided tour.
You think
a
now,
guy beating the cops?
What?
With all the violence?
Who died? Who died? Ashley Babbitt, a veteran. They shot. The Capitol Police shot her ass. Where is that guy getting in trouble? You're just upset because Donald Trump said, you know what? They probably cheated. You don't think he has a leg to stand on that they did it in 2016? Hillary, Russia, FBI, colluded. Are you like? How are we crazy, Steve? How are we crazy?
Yes, it is beautiful to have honest conversations where you disagree with people, maybe based on their political differences. If he says, oh, the 2020 elect, there was no foul play, oh, you can disagree with him or you agree. That is understandable. Now going further to still prove to me that this was compared to 9/11 is ridiculous. That is where I don't agree with this guy. If you see the other host going off on him, it is clearly to show you like he's insane.
I mean, this is going to be on video, so I mean, you're going to speak for yourself.
No, I'm going to speak for myself. Yeah. 19 terrorists took 4 commercial flights, crashed them in the World Trade, crashed them in the Pentagon, did all that. Yeah. Okay, and you're saying that, and we've lost, and you, by the way, for how many decades of wars, we've lost over 1 million people from the Iraq War, which is all bullshit, all a lie. 1 million people.
We lost 1 million Americans in the Iraq War?
No, we lost. We killed people because we said there was weapons of mass destruction. We lied. Bush lied. Oh yeah, there's weapons of mass destruction there. There was no weapons of mass destruction, but we were like, oh, we changed the name since we're here, enduring freedom, which is bullshit. Okay, so as a veteran, as an American, as a New Yorker, for you to say that one day compared to that is absolutely absurd, Steve. I understand that you love this country. I'm not questioning your patriotism, but the hate for one guy because he loves this country so much.
He loves the country.
Bullshit. He does.
God, you're a fool.
How am I a fool? How am I a fool? You have Trump derangement syndrome. You just hate him. You just hate the guy.
You are taken in by a con man.
No, I'm not. I guess what?
Loves
I'm
the
not a
country.
Republican.
Trump
I'm not
loves the country.
You damn right he does. He's been saying it since the 80s, 90s on Letterman and all these shows.
He's a guy on September 11th who went down, said he was down there. He wasn't. He's a guy who called in on a radio. He said, now I got the tallest building in Lower Manhattan. He's a guy who lied about Muslims cheering it in New Jersey from Jersey City. He is a con man. He is a liar. And that you have fallen for this bullshit.
I'm not falling for anything, Steve.
Please.
Steve, how about this, Steve? It didn't happen.